Greetings and welcome to Careful Conversations at the Kitchen Table. My name is Jane Barton. I serve as the Caregiving Ambassador for AARP, the sponsor of this program. And I certainly want to thank you for stopping by to chat about the journey of caregiving from the inside out. Today I want to talk about a subject that is near and dear to my heart, and that is critter care. Now, if you are like me, I have human beings that are part of my family, obviously, but I also have some critters that I consider very important members as well. Now, I am particularly fond of dogs and cats, and they are some of my best family members. You may have an affinity for another type of critter, maybe birds, rabbits, horses, reptiles, whatever it might be. But the message today is if you have a pet in your home and you love and honor and care for them, it's important to consider, are you prepared to care for them as they age or perhaps as they are confronted by a daunting illness? It's just as important to prepare to care for our critters as it is for our human family members. And it's actually a very similar process. So I want you to consider all the different facets of care that might come into play as you companion your critters. Now, this is going to tap us certainly financially. We know based on some research that the estimated money that we will expend on the overall care of our pets in 2017 will reach almost $70 billion this year. Now, that includes veterinary care, food, and also over-the-counter medications. So there's a financial cost that we need to plan for. But if you have a beloved pet that is ill or maybe reaching the end of their journey, we also know there is an emotional cost to companioning them. And this companioning will certainly take a lot of our time and a lot of our effort, and it can be physically exhausting. Now, I recently experienced this with two of my senior cats earlier this year. They were diagnosed with end-stage renal disease, and at the end of their life, it was 24/7 care, not unlike the care I offered other family members. It also had a direct bearing on my employment and the work that I do. So it's a juggling act, trying to care for our critters and then covering the rest of the bases. We also need to realize that in the care of our critters, we also have to contemplate end-of-life decisions. What should we do? What can we do? And what are the implications of all the medical technologies that are at our availability that we could use? We not only have to determine what we can do, but also the implications on the quality of life for ourselves as well as for our beloved pets. So we need to know where our line in the sand is. We need to have that conversation sooner rather than later. And the final question I would pose to you, what if you predecease your beloved pet? Have you made plans for someone to assume the responsibility of care? Well, if you don't have a definitive answer to these questions, I invite you to start planning, because it will alleviate a lot of stress and mystery for you. And by so doing, you can rest assured that your critter will be well cared for, whether you are here or not. So I so appreciate you stopping by today and chatting about critter care. And I really welcome you to come back and talk about other aspects of caregiving in the very near future. Until then, I wish you and yours many blessings in your journey.